am so late. I was picking up some things for physical therapy. Did not actually end up getting them, but that's besides the point. Hope everyone's doing well. I think there's like 2 viewers on Twitch. I don't know. But you know, we'll see. I'm kind of just chilling. I took a little bit to get to my desk because I was trying to get a drink. So I have here some bottled tea from Trader Joe's. My favorite is their oolong tea in terms of their bottled teas. I actually think this might be their only bottled tea, and I hope they don't take it off they don't like suddenly shelve it, because they have a reputation for randomly shelving their products. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I have a little bit of a headache, and I wanted to start earlier so I could play more of the game, but I think we'll just have to see what happens today. I had a big appointment, and it went okay. I have to go in again next week, but that's fine. That's fine with me. But yeah, I hope everyone who's hanging out in chat right now is, like, having a good day. No pressure to chat or anything. Like, I kind of don't care. I don't mean that in a, oh, I don't care about if you're here or not, but just, like, you know, just chill, have fun. Let's see. Okay, I tweeted everything out already. I've stopped advertising my streams on Twitter. Honestly. But yeah. Not too much happened between today and yesterday because it's only been a day. Tomorrow's stream is honestly up in the air though. I kind of have some things I want to do with some friends. So we will see. I'm trying to keep a good quote-unquote work-life balance, which I don't really know if you can call this work or life, but it's part of my work-life balance, so it's something, I guess. Is my audio working? Let me see. Hold on. I really hope my computer does not mess up. Hello? The game is not starting up. Just my luck. It's like the day that I'm late, I also just, oh, okay. The day that I'm late, I have technical difficulties with the game, but okay, it's starting up all right. Anyway, since there's not much to catch up everyone up on, I will switch to the game in a second. But I was watching a movie with a friend earlier today. Not a movie, like a play, and it was very good. Very impromptu though. Good Japanese practice. I was watching Uma Musume Sprinter's story, so that was fun. And I quite enjoyed it. Hinata Sato on stage is always such a joy to watch, because she really embodies all of her roles. And she's my favorite voice actress after I discovered her via Review Starlight. And honestly, speaking of Review Starlight, I would love to stream the Review Starlight visual novel, but I will have to buy that first at some point. We'll see when that happens. Okay, let me switch to the stream. There we go. Oh, why are you tiny? That's not right. That's not right. Why are you small? Ah, that's right. Do. Let me... There we go. Ah. The music in this game is just immaculate. I need to buy the soundtrack. It's a little loud on my end. Okay. Hopefully not too loud for anyone in chat. Just, you know, if it's too quiet or if I'm too loud, like, let me know. I am willing to adjust whenever. But last time we were playing, looking into my mind's eye, we had just gotten onto the train. Like, we spent the first day on the train investigating, right? And the girl, oh shoot, wow, names. Why can't I remember her name? Let's just open the game and take a look at the case file, actually. That'll be easier than just trying to remember all this. Yeah, so Emma met a woman who seemed really worried, and then the woman just kind of up and vanished, and all we could find of her was a ring. and she doesn't really remember what she looks like or what her name is, which is a bit of a shame. Makes searching for a missing person a lot harder, to be quite honest. But I guess that is our role as the main character, to help her investigate and keep track of all this information. Also, we learned a lot about the history of this specific region, fictional region of Europe, Vendraica. So we have Vendraica and Gambrica. They both used to be one country, but Gambrica is still under military occupation, while Vendraica kind of struck up a deal, and they managed to free themselves, and they've been very prosperous, but they've just kind of swept Gambrica under the rug, which is a bit not great. That's not great. That's not great. So I guess now we have to figure out. Let's see what we were doing last time. Seems to me like we have two options. Either go to the lounge car or talk to Veda and Monty again. I'm up for either, so I'll leave it to you. First a woman goes missing on her, and now the ring. Man, this girl just can't catch a break. Maybe she's bad luck. What if I go missing too? Is everything alright, UDL? Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Gonna need to sleep with one eye open tonight, I think. I just don't understand how I could have lost it. I swear it was on my nightstand when I went to sleep. Oh, right. She lost the ring, which was like the singular clue we had about this woman. Do you think it's possible someone might have stolen it while you were sleeping? That's a scary thought. I feel like I would have noticed if anyone came into my room, though. I'm not as heavy a sleeper as you are, UDL. Give me a break. Either way, we may not have it anymore, but at least we know what it said. To my beloved, AK. I wonder if it's really hers. What are these playing cards? Oh, right, the playing cards in the jewelry box. I think these must have been important, but, well, we have them in our notes now. Let's go. The lounge car was like the first thing we investigated yesterday, so I feel like we'll get more out of going to see Veda and Monty like immediately. So let's go see what they're up to, because they're very suspicious. Doesn't seem like anybody's here. It's just my luck, they're not even here. And I think the door is actually locked this time. Let's come back a little later, UDL. They're making me do the lounge car first? Lame. Well, there were two other suspects that she saw, right? So maybe it would be best to just go to the lounge car. So annoying. I wish Professor Martin was helping. The sound effects? What's all that commotion? I think it's just those guys in the booth over there. Sounds like they're having an argument. Wait! UDL, that's them! Those are the guys in polos who were here with us yesterday. Let's talk to them, quick! It's totally empty in here except for those guys in the booth and the bartender. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't want to stay and listen to all this bickering either. Alright, let's go talk to these men. Excuse me. Are you out of your mind? That's a coward's club. Excuse me, you two. Do you mind if we... Don't be ridiculous. You could never make that shot. You want to bet? They are ignoring me completely. These guys sure are making a scene. What on earth are they arguing about? Well, the bartender's back. Wonder what sinister concoctions he's brewing up today. We have, two games where I have been exposed to sinister potions recently. We need to talk to these guys ASAP. Let's talk to the bartender. Maybe he has some ideas. Hey, man. You two again. These two have been bickering in here for over an hour. Most of the other passengers have since left, finding it too noisy. Naturally, this isn't very good for business. Even my strongest blend wasn't enough to make them cease their arguing. What are you doing to these people? Those two have become a problem for my business. He's not been here today. What about Veda and Monty? Hey, that woman who ordered a glass of wine yesterday, Veda. Do you know anything about her or her husband, Monty? You could say I know a little, yes. What interest do you have in those two? No, I have not seen any rings. Boring. Did you catch that? He seemed surprised when you asked about Veda and Monty. I wonder if he'd tell us more if those two guys weren't being so obnoxious. I can barely hear myself thinking here. They're preoccupied at the moment, so let's see what the bartender has to say. Oh. How about we make a deal? Deal? Oh no, what could he possibly have in mind? I need these two men to leave so that my customers will return. I have been unable to get them to do so. If you can get them to go, I will tell you a secret about that couple, Veda and Monty. Secret? I can't promise the secret will be useful to you, but I suspect you will find it interesting. Well, do we have a deal? I don't know how much we can trust him, but we need to talk to those guys anyway, so... Deal. Talk to me after you've succeeded. Excuse me. My short game is far better than yours. Why do you three-putt every hole? Excuse me. Oh gosh. What? What do you want? Can't you see we're talking here? Yeah, what's the big idea, punk? Whoa, 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 I'm sorry. It's just... I've been trying to get your attention for a little while now. Is that so? Well, I apologize for my companion's utter rudeness. His manners are as questionable as his game. My manners? My game? Why, I oughta. If you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about? Oh, it's nothing important. My friend Palmer here seems to think his short game is superior to mine, when he can't hit a green inside 100 to save his life. At least I can putt, Dennis. You make a mockery of the greens with the amount of strokes you take. Udio? Do you know what they're talking about? Yeah, they're talking about the great, parody sport that is, golf. Come now, my girl, what else would we be talking about? Golf, of course. Can you not tell by the way we're dressed? Oh, that does make sense. Anyway, you said you were trying to get our attention, yes? What do you need? He's definitely the leader. Golf clothes are so funny. The polo, the little sweater. Hey, I dress like that. Don't call it funny. What does Emma have to say about these guys? Let's hurry up and ask them about yesterday. Okay. You two were in the lounge car around this time yesterday, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Do either of you remember seeing me and another woman there? We were sitting at the booth. Let me think. Thinking. Nope. No recollection at all. My voice for Palmer is not very good. Everyone has to be nice to me. But we were right there. You two were on that couch and... I'm very sorry, miss, but you have to understand. When Palmer and I are engaged in a passionate debate, there's little else either of us will pay attention to. It's very true, miss. For instance, yesterday, I believe we were having a spirited discussion about which club is better off the tee, the driver or the three-wood. It's the three-wood. With a three-wood, it's fairways and greens all day, baby. The driver is too inaccurate. Maybe for a shank artist like yourself it is. Nothing compares to the raw power of the driver. Nothing. You're calling me a shank artist? You're in the woods on half your drives. You gotta let the big dog eat, Palmer. He's hungry. The big dog is wild, Dennis. He can't be tamed. Udiel, are they still talking about golf? I have no idea. It sounds like they're talking about a dog. What? Hey, you! Why don't you settle this for us? What club is better off the tee? The driver or the three-wood? Three-wood? Play it safe. It's not all about distance. Ha 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 ha! I win! I can't believe this. Could I have been wrong this whole time? I don't know anything about golf. Maybe now you'll finally learn. A golfer who plays it safe is a happy golfer. Thanks, kid. Wow, UDL, I didn't know you spoke golfer. I've never picked up a golf club in my life. I can't believe it. Another dead end. Of all the people who could have seen you yesterday, it just had to be these weirdos. What a waste. Let's not give up just yet. They may not remember seeing us yesterday, but maybe they know something else that's helpful. Let's keep talking with them for a bit. I'm not so sure these guys know much about anything other than golf. Oh, wow. That's a lot of options. Let's just go down in order. Missing woman. Can't say I recall seeing a woman like that. Me neither. Why do you ask? You're saying she's gone missing, huh? That's intriguing. A missing woman on a train. What's that? Do I wear a ring? Absolutely not. Doing so would interfere with my grip. I don't even wear a glove like most golfers. You can't possibly control the club unless you can feel it with your bare hands. Says the guy who complains about blisters after every round. I do no such thing. Oh, yes you do. How many times do I have to tell you? You're gripping the club far too tightly. I don't think they have the ring. Definitely not. I don't think they care about anything else but golf. You want to know about Palmer and I, eh? Well, there's not much to tell. We're from London. Vendraca was the last leg of our trip. A dramatic and exciting tour of all of the best golf courses in Europe. Well, that's what it was supposed to be anyway. Yeah, first the airline lost our clubs in France. Then we got mugged in Switzerland. We tracked down the thieves to Austria and got our wallets back, but then our rental car broke down. We hitchhiked with an elderly couple for a while, but they kicked us out somewhere in Slovakia for ruining their vacation. Finally, we walked across the hills for a few days until we were in Vendraca. And, lo and behold, we came across the last golf course we intended to play on our trip. It was a miracle. At least it was, until it started thunderstorming. All told, we managed to play about 3 holes in 2 weeks, but what a 3 holes they were! I've never played with such consistency before. Such grace, 2 birdies and an eagle. I hit every green, sank every long putt. I'll never play that great again in my life. Never! I know they're from England, so I probably should be giving them British accents, but I kinda don't care. It's funnier this way. What do you think, UDL? I got nothing. I also don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind talking to these guys. Palmer and I had quite an adventure, huh? I would be stressed out of my mind, but as long as you two had fun. Huh? An old man? You see a ton of old men on the golf course, let me tell you. What does that mean? Well, I mean, I know literally, but still. It's true, golf is one of the few sports you can play in old age. I'll take that as a no. Useless. Golf. Do I really want to ask them about this? We might end up being here all day. I don't know. I really don't think this is a good idea. Surely this would just be a waste of time, right? Oh. You. Who? Me? I can see it in your eyes. Do you see it too, Palmer? Yes, I see it. You want to know more about golf, do you not? Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, there's nothing we can tell you. There's not? Golf is a game about feel, kid. Until you grip that club with your hands, take a swing, and watch that ball fly, you'll simply never understand. This expression is so funny. It would be waste of time talking golf with an amateur such as yourself. That's right, a complete waste of time. I couldn't agree more. However, I do see potential in you, a spark of something in your eyes, however small. If you'd like, I'd be happy to administer my patented golfer's aptitude test to see what skills may be lying dormant in your soul. These guys are great. Well, what do you say? It'll take only a minute. Do I really want to do this? Sure. Ahaha, wonderful. Now, if you will just close your eyes. I don't know, I'm scared. What are they gonna do to me? Huh? Now, I'd like for you to clear your mind. Forget your surroundings. There is nothing but the sound of my voice. I want you to imagine the sounds of a warm summer day. A nice breeze, birds chirping, insects buzzing, cars going by in the distance. Okay, I can hear it. Now, allow an image to form in your mind. From a humble tee box, a vast expanse of fairway stretches before you on a clear, sunny afternoon. Maybe something like this? Wow, the main character of this VN has a better imagination than I do. Good, good. Now, for the most important part, you take your driver out of the bag and place a tee in the soft grass in front of you. You place a ball on the tee. You are going to take a swing. This will require focus, concentration. Your goal? A straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Now, imagine the form your swing will take. You must perfectly time the moment of impact, achieving the perfect balance of power and precision. Can you visualize what such a thing may look like in the abstract? Ugh, I don't know. How about something like... Wait, I got it! Something like this! Great. Aha, perfect. The moment is almost at hand. When you feel the timing is right, swing. There will be no delay, no hesitation. You have just one shot to get it right. What? Remember, golf is a mental game. Don't overthink it, just feel it out. Well, are you ready? This is really stupid, but I won't back down from a challenge. I'll show you. Just you watch. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's take a second to collect myself. I just need to take a nice, easy swing. Man, what if I miss? I've never swung a club before. I don't even know what a good swing looks like. Oh no, I'm overthinking it. Damn it, he warned me not to. Why didn't I just take the shot? Ugh. That's so funny, it goes faster. Oh. Chat. Well, how did I do? Well, you hit what we call a worm burner. Barely left the ground. It's in the rough about 20 yards out. Ugh, you hate to see it. Can I try again? No mulligans! I'm kidding, of course. Try as many times as you like. It's okay, UDL. At least you managed to hit it in the air. Kind of. I have to do better than this. What? Do I have to succeed at this for them to leave? What the heck? This is the stupidest minigame I've ever seen. Not in a bad way, it's funny. Okay, I think I got the timing a bit better that time. Okay, well, how did I do? Hey, not bad, kid. That was a pretty straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Wow, good job. When I took this challenge, it took me over 100 tries to hit a shot that good. Now, it could be beginner's luck, but still, I'm mildly impressed. There may be a future for you in this game after all. Wow, great job, UDL. Who knew you were such a natural? Maybe I should invest in a set of clubs. Wait, what am I saying? No. We need to stop getting distracted. One more time. Yes. I believe in myself. One, two, one, two, one, two, three. Ah, it's too early again. I wish there was a way for me to fast forward the text a bit more. Let's keep going. Come on, I believe in myself. I can get this perfect. It looks like the longer you take. Oh, I think I got it. I think I did it. Well, how did I do? I can't believe it. Did he really? A hole in one. Wait, really? Was it that? How could this amateur hit a hole in one? Such a thing is ludicrous. It's impossible. Well, you let me redo it like 4 times. Everything I know, everything I believe in. Was it all a lie? Who even am I? I'm always saying this. Guys, it's alright. Maybe it was just a lucky shot? Aha, of course. A lucky shot. That's all it was, I'm sure. Of course, even in 1 in a million has to happen sometimes, right? Still, a moderately impressive showing. For an amateur. You may someday have what it takes, yes? A hole in one? That's crazy, UDL. And I know it was more than just luck. You're awesome. Well, I did it. A hole in one. But at what cost? Maybe we should get back to investigating now. Oh, what the heck? I think you're right, UDL. This hasn't been very helpful. Yeah, so where do we go from here? I have no idea. Maybe we should try investigating somewhere else for a bit? Let's hope Monty and Veda are gone. Hey, kid. This missing woman you're talking about. Yeah? What's the deal with that exactly? You've piqued my curiosity, I must say. Yeah, mine too. And nobody seems to remember her except for you. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Palmer? Yes, Dennis, yes. I believe I am. I'm messing up Palmer's voice so much. What are you thinking? Ahaha, this, my boy, sounds like murder. Murder? Whoa. Their grave expressions are striking fear into my heart. I know what you were thinking. Oh, these guys, all they talk about is golf, golf, golf. Well, I got news for you. Dennis and I are well-rounded individuals. We have many diverse interests and hobbies. That's right, and one of those interests happens to be murder. Yeah, you know, killing. I don't think you should say that's a hobby. Oh, don't give me that look. We're just interested in the subject, that's all. We don't do any killing ourselves, no. That would be crazy. We're just really into true crime, you know. Have you heard of these true crime podcasts where they talk about people who die and then they invade the family's privacy? It's pretty good. No? What am I doing? Why do I not feel reassured? What an opening, this sentence. What an opening. Hold on, I need to get a drink of tea because Dennis's voice is actually doing a number on me. Both of these guys are doing a number on me. You see, Palmer and I have spent many years thinking about the perfect murder. We've read hundreds of detective stories, seen all the good mystery films, researched countless real-life cases, got really into true crime podcasts. Many such stories involve trains just like this one, you know. Have you read Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express? What a great pair of guys. I'd love to kind of shoot the breeze with these two, actually. I'd love to hear their thoughts on Honkaku and Shin Honkaku mysteries. Okay. Tangenting. I really want to do a YouTube video on Honkaku and Shin Honkaku, but I need to read more. So a goal I have this year is to read more Honkaku, Shin Honkaku, work on the ones in my library, and then I'm gonna make a video about it. I think that would be a lot of fun. Anyway. What am I doing? That's, Honkaku and Shinhonkaku, by the way. They're, genre of Japanese detective fiction, very inspired by Golden Age detective fiction from Europe. And, Honkaku and Shinhonkaku mysteries specifically had an influence on Umineko When They Cry, which is one of my favorite visual novels of all time. And I think it would be very fun to talk about the Honkaku novels I have read. Okay, anyway. Honkaku means orthodox also. I forgot to translate it. Anyway. There's not a single mystery scenario we haven't heard of. None at all. This missing woman of yours. Ah, I can already think of a few theories. Let's assume the young lady is correct, and that she did in fact meet this woman yesterday. This only leaves a few possibilities. Shall I list them all? Emma? Sure, let's hear it. Theory number 1. This woman has been missing since yesterday, yes? Hard to believe she could be missing for a whole day if she really existed. Precisely, Palmer, precisely. It'd be awfully hard to hide a person, or a body, on a train. So, logically, this suggests our missing woman isn't on the train anymore. Correct, yes. Young lady, you said you met this woman on the back platform of the observation car, yes? That's right. Why, I can think of no better place on this train to meet a potential victim. When we're at max speed, falling off the rear of the train would certainly kill a person. And yes, if I were a killer and I saw my victim there, all it would take is a little push. Yup, you wouldn't find her for weeks. Actually, I just had a thought. Was this woman in distress when you met her by any chance? Seemingly troubled? I remember Emma describing her as distant, beautiful, yet sad. Which is a thing people say about me a lot of the time. Yeah, kind of. Huh, where have I heard something like this? I think it was in a movie. Oh, I don't know, but I recall hearing about someone who attempted suicide by jumping off the back platform of a train's observation car. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, at any rate, I suppose that too is a possibility. Ha ha ha. You're not really helping Emma here, guys. Maybe we should stop. I want to hear one more. I should ask Emma how she's doing. No! We don't have to keep listening to this if you're uncomfortable with it, Emma. No, it's fine. I really don't want to think the worst, but we can't ignore the possibility either. The only way we'll uncover the truth is if we keep pushing forward. So let's hear their other theories, UDL. They may give us some ideas. Okay, if you say so. Theory number 2. Though it's unlikely, let's say this woman is still on the train somewhere. Alive or dead, doesn't matter. Either way. If I wanted to hide a body somewhere on a train, where it could never be found, where could I do so? Ooh, I know. The bathroom. Don't be dense, Palmer. People are always in and out of the bathroom. How on earth could that be a good hiding spot? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. There is only one place where such a person could be hidden without any passengers or attendants eventually finding her, and that is the storage car. Okay, I was like thinking the storage car would probably count, but I feel like, yeah. Oh, of course, in somebody's luggage. Precisely. Though porters will inspect the storage car periodically, they most certainly do not check inside every box and crate on board. A body could be smuggled off the train in such a crate, and we'd all be none the wiser. Well, what do you think of that? And now, finally, theory number 3. Well, I don't have another theory number 3, but I bet you're still wondering. If this woman really was here, why is everyone on board denying her existence? Well, my friends, it is really quite simple. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy? That's right, Palmer, and the entire train must be in on it. You guys do realize you're incriminating yourselves. Right? Like, we know that, right? Ahaha. Yes, I think I have this all figured out. The woman you met was an English spy. A spy? Yes, a spy! Collecting information on the nefarious plans of the Vendraken government on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. I can see it so clearly. This woman has been a target of the Vendrakens for weeks. But, alas, they couldn't get to her before she boarded the train, so they had to improvise. All of the train attendants, even the bartender, maybe even the passengers, they're all Vendraken agents. Every last one of them is in on it. Though they couldn't prevent this poor girl from meeting the woman before they offed her, they could just pretend she never existed. It's so simple. Yes, I see it. By agreeing she never existed, it's the girl who sounds like the crazy one. It's the perfect crime. Well, don't just stand there giving me that stupefied look. What do you think? You'd be incriminating yourselves. You would also be in on it. I do not know if I think you are in on it. I think you may have gone a bit too far in a few places with this theory, Dennis. Well, I liked it anyway. Dennis, wait! Look at the time! What's that? Oh, bollocks, they're about to tee off. Apologies, but Palmer and I must go back to our cabin. The British Open broadcast has already begun, and we will not miss a stroke. See, there is a very easy, low-hanging fruit sex joke I could make here, but I'm not going to, because I don't feel like it, so. Just to get that out of the way. I hope I didn't spook you too bad with my murderous theories. It's all just in good fun, right? Good luck, and remember, may your drives be straight, and your chips be in. Good luck. Thanks, Palmer. How you doing, Emma? How you doing? I can't say I imagine you to be doing too well. There's like something irritating my ear. I might BRB in a second just to like adjust whatever's going on with my ear. Well, you can't say they're lacking in imagination. I guess so, but was any of that helpful? I don't know that I buy any of their more outlandish theories, but they did bring up a few good points. If someone were trying to hide her, the storage car would definitely be a good place to do so. And as much as I don't want to admit it, we can't exactly rule out what they said about the observation car either. Not necessarily that she was murdered, but do you really think she'd do that? I don't know. I really don't want to believe it, but I just keep thinking about what she said to me, about how she didn't deserve any kindness. Oh, I hope she's okay. How about we check out the storage car for clues? Yeah, good idea. But before we do that... Oh, wait, that's right. The bartender said he'd tell us a secret if we got rid of those guys, right? I wonder what it is. Ooh. Passenger of the train. One of the two men in polos that Emma claims might have witnessed the missing woman. Both him and Palmer are golf-obsessed weirdos, but Dennis is clearly the one in charge. Alright. Another passenger on the train, and a potential witness that may have seen the missing woman. He's sort of Dennis's lackey. Neither of them seem to have much going on in their brains, other than thinking about golf. Oh, they're very creative. They should team up and write a murder mystery story that happens on a golf course. I think I clapped way too close to my mic. I'm so sorry for whoever's listening with headphones on. I might have to put a sound warning on that. So sorry. I clapped way too close to my mic. Anyway, let's go talk to the bartender, who I don't really like. Huh? What? Huh? I have nothing to say to you. Who's this? Oh, excuse me. UDL, I think that was him, the old man I saw yesterday. That wasn't how I was expecting that conversation to go. Oh, hello. Detective? Oh, hello again, you two. How's your investigation going? Okay. BRB for like a very quick second. Alright. Hello, everyone. I am back. While I was out, I fixed whatever was irritating my ear. I just kind of cleaned my ear out, honestly. There were also no Q-tips in my bathroom, so I had to get more. And then I remembered I have little bags of cookies, so I ate a few. I don't like eating, like, on stream, because I don't think it's good for people who don't like the sound of people eating things, but I had a couple cookies and feel a little more energized now. Everyone remember to eat and drink water. I do not drink enough water because I'm always drinking barley tea, but it's fine. Alright, Daltree, my man, what is good? How have we not run into you since yesterday? What have you been up to, motherfucker? Can I check? Oh. So, what's good? Well, as you both know, I'm trying to speak to everyone on the train as part of my investigation. But with that guy, I barely got one word out before he brushed me off and went running. The nerve. Do you think he may be involved? I have no idea, but he definitely seems suspicious to me now. How is the investigation going, my man? That is not promising. Guess that means it isn't going too well. Oh, God. So, how about your missing woman? Has she turned up? No, not yet. That's too bad. Looks like neither of us are finding much success in our investigations, huh? Well, don't give up. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. You just gotta use your instincts as a detective. I can't fit in the rest of the title here. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. I didn't even have a chance to catch his name. Who knows where he's off to now? We're on a train. I don't even think it's that big of a train, right? Oh well, guess I'll just have to corner him later. If I do see him in... Oh, whoops. I completely made up some words there. I did see him in the observation car last night. Maybe a train attendant over there knows something about him. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but, well, I still have a lot of ground to cover, and not a whole lot of time to do it. If I get back home to the station empty-handed, hoo boy, my bosses will not be happy. Say, you two came here with an older gentleman, right? Your professor? You mean Professor Martin? Why? Would you like to speak with him? Well, I'll have to get around to it eventually. He seems like a nice fellow. Could you point me in the direction of his cabin by any chance? And I certainly don't have any ulterior motive. Sure. He's in the third sleeping car, in the last cabin. Fantastic. Thank you two. Thank you. Good luck, you two. Knock him dead out there. Bye, Daltrey. Man, he's fun. There he goes. I'd like to find out a little more about that old man. Daltrey left. Okay. So, what's good? The sound of silence. Music to my ears. Thank you. Now, the secret. Those two, the wealthy couple, are not as wealthy as they appear. They're not? They were at one time, sure. But now? No, they are most certainly broke. But if they're broke, how can they afford such a luxurious suite? I assure you, appearances can be very deceiving. The husband, Monty, some time ago he was rather well known in Vendraka as a performer. Some time later he was well known as a tabloid curiosity. And now, well, now he's not much known at all. What kind of performer was he? He was... I've said enough, I think. Oh, come on, tell us. No, I think that will do. Come on, UDL, keep pressing him. He has to tell us. Persistent, are we? It's not like it's a big secret. If you intend to continue investigating, I suspect it will become quite obvious what the man's profession was. I'm pretty sure he was a magician of some sort. All right. How about this? Another deal? I will soon be going on break, but later this evening, I will be back in this spot. When I return, if you can tell me the man's former occupation, I will tell you the rest of his sad, pathetic story. Is that all? What's in it for you? Nothing for me this time. To tell you the truth, I'm just having a bit of fun. It's up to you if you'd like to know a little more. Well, you know where to find me. Return this evening with Monty's occupation, and I'll tell you his story. This guy sure likes to play games with us. First he has us get rid of Dennis and Palmer for some info about Veda and Monty. Then he has us guess Monty's former job for more info about their pasts. I can tell he's getting a sick thrill from toying with us, but at least he's being helpful. Ugh. Oh. Well, looks like we have a few more options to consider about where to go next now. Dennis suggested that the storage car would be a good place to hide a person, so we should definitely check that out. That old man was apparently hanging out in the observation car last night, too. Maybe we can find some clues about him there. Oh, and don't forget that we still have to try talking to Veda and Monty. Especially now that the bartenders agreed to tell us more about them, if we can figure out Monty's former job. It's up to you, UDL. Where do you want to go first? I feel like there's this weird, dissonance for me in this game. I'm not bashing the game. I love the game. The dissonance for me that I am experiencing currently in this game is that Emma is the one who is so distressed about this scenario, right? She is the one who spoke to the woman, and she is the one who is doubting her own sanity because everyone's like, no, you just imagined the woman. There is no woman, right? But what's bothering me in this situation is that she is very willingly giving control of solving the situation over to me, the player. And it is hitting this weird point where I'm like, I feel like Emma should actually be calling the shots sometimes. Like, not all the time, but there should be some balance here between the deuteragonist, because I do fully believe Emma is supposed to be the deuteragonist. The only thing is, obviously, I don't think you should look at detective stories the way I do, which is I look at them using the Knox's 10 Commandments, and I think about the Watson and the Holmes all the time. I cannot tell if we are supposed to be the Watson. I guess we would be the Watson, which is kind of bothering me, because I do feel like Emma, as maybe who is supposed to be the Holmes, is just not really doing anything. Is she testing us? Like, why is she giving the reins over to us when she's the one who's so distressed about this? And we don't really have any personal involvement besides, like, you know, wanting Emma to feel okay. Maybe I'm just crazy. I just finished my oolong tea. I'm really sad. I feel like it's gotten a bit watered down in recent years, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. I clapped again too close to the mic. Sorry, everyone. I am more curious about the old man, so I want to go to the observation car. I don't think there is much weight to the storage car theory. I feel like this is a situation where the missing woman might be a hiding in plain sight type of deal, but I know that might just take away from the mystery. Whoa, there's a lot of people. Has this guy just not, like, explored the train at all? Like, what have you been doing? You're on a train in the European countryside. I would kill to have this kind of vacation. Come on. I hate American college students. Fuck. Okay. Wow, this is actually kind of a cool spot. This is the observation car, UDL. The last car of the train. The view here is really wonderful, isn't it? The outside platform in the back is such a neat feature. And it's also where I first met that woman. Let's see if anyone here knows anything about her or that old man. I'm gonna tangent. There's no one here. I'm just gonna talk to myself because I love it. I was in Alaska last year for a cruise, and it was so nice because we got to go on, like, this scenic train ride. It's no Europe, but Alaska's beautiful. I would like to live there if it wasn't hard to find work, at least the kind of work I want to do. I guess if you live in, like, the very populated areas, it's not so bad, but I don't really want to live in, like, a remote location and then have to fend for myself and then everything's upcharged like crazy. Also, I experienced, like, some crazy racism there. I should tell this story when there's more people in chat, but there was a crazy moment when I was in Alaska. I kind of dissociated throughout most of it, so I don't remember it too well, but I remember enough of it to tell a story. Okay, let's go. I want to look around. It's actually pretty crowded in here. Guess that's not too surprising. It's a pretty nice spot. Nobody here. Hey, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Sorry, were you talking to me? Sure, man. Peace and love. Come on, say it with me. How about I just think it? Well, alright, if that's what floats your submarine. Peace and love. Peace and love. Well, I think that's a pretty nice message. Let's talk to someone else now, please. This guy seems very engrossed in this newspaper. Me reading newspaper. I love a newspaper. That'll be perfect. Ahaha. Yes. I just need to meet one man on his train who hates someone in his life as much as I hate my father. What? What the heck? Yes, then we can simply trade murders. Oh, yes. We could never get caught. What? What's happening? UDL, do you think we should talk to him? I think we should keep our distance from that guy. Nope, not getting involved with that guy. I think he's funny. Peace and love, peace and love. Ugh. There's a train attendant. We should ask her some questions. Oh, she's cute. Oh, hello. How can I help you? Wow, these Vendraken girls really knock me out. Let's kill this guy. I'm kidding. It's fine. He can say she's pretty. She is cute. That's also what I said. Have you seen a missing woman? Huh. No, I don't think I've seen any women like that. Observation. Oh, isn't it so nice here? I just love how pretty the views out the windows are. I specifically requested to be stationed here. It's my favorite place on the train. The outside platform is a really unique feature of this train. They were common many years ago, but today it's very rare. Do you think it could be dangerous? Dangerous? No, I wouldn't say so. The guard railing is pretty high. You'd have to really try to fall off. Granted, if you did, you'd probably be seriously injured or worse, but I don't think it's very likely. The outside platform isn't really dangerous. Oh? Oh, Emma. Emma can tell that he's trying to flirt with her. An old man. Can you describe him for me? He's kind of short, gray hair, wearing a brown suit, I think. Oh, you must mean Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher? Mr. Fisher was here last night. Oh, he's such a sweet man. What can you tell us about him? Oh, we talked for what felt like hours last night. He's a real charmer. He told me he's going to London to see his daughter and her family. He said his daughter just had a baby, and he's very excited to meet her. Oh, isn't it just adorable? Oh, you're looking for him. Well, I'm not quite sure where he's staying on the train, but he should come back here in a few hours. He told me he'd come back tonight. I asked him to tell me about where he grew up. I think he said he's from Ganbrika. Oh, I just can't wait. Ganbrika, huh? Interesting. What if it's like a... Okay, the woman was probably too young for him, but it's like a situation of like, there was one person from Ganbrika and the other person from Vendraka, and they fell in love, but then they were like torn apart by the war. I don't know. Anyway. You lost a wedding ring? Oh no. How are you going to propose now? No. The ring isn't mine. It's just something we found on the train, and then lost again. Oh, you would have been in some serious trouble if that were yours. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out. You want to know about me? Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is necessary, UDL. How about you ask something important, UDL? Aww. Mr. Fisher. What are you thinking, Emma? She said he was from Ganbrika, right? You remember what Detective Daltrey said about the victim from the hotel, right? Otto Keller? Oh yeah, he was a Ganbrikan immigrant, wasn't he? I wonder if there's some sort of connection. I don't know, Emma. There's probably thousands of Ganbrikan immigrants in Vendraka. Yeah, you're probably right. Still, we need to talk to him. I wonder if there's anything else the attendant can tell us about him. Oh, he really is such a sweet old man. I can tell he really cares about his family. There was one thing I wanted to ask him, though. Before he left yesterday, he said something I didn't understand. He said something about someone named Alma? Maybe it was his daughter's name? Oh, I just can't remember. But isn't that such a pretty name? Yeah, very pretty. To my beloved AK. What does the K stand for? Emma, are you okay? Alma. Alma! That was her name, UDL. I remember now. Her name was Alma. The missing woman? Yes, I'm sure of it. All I could remember after yesterday was that it began with an A, but hearing it now, I'm certain it was Alma. I can't believe it. An old man on the train. He's one of the few people who may have seen Emma and the missing woman together. When Detective Daltrey tried to ask him some questions, he got frustrated and stormed off. I wonder what he's hiding. The train attendant in the observation car says Fisher mentioned somebody named Alma, which Emma insists was the name of the missing woman. Is it possible Fisher knows something about her? My mouth is so dry. You said Mr. Fisher mentioned somebody named Alma. You're sure? Yep, I'm sure he must have been talking about one of his family members, but I can't remember. Fisher was talking about a person named Alma. Could this really be just a coincidence? You're certain the woman you met was named Alma? I want to trust my memory, but I just don't know anymore, UDL. Is it possible I heard Fisher mention the name to someone in the lounge car yesterday, and that's what I'm remembering? I think you should trust yourself, Emma. I'm sure you're remembering right. Yeah, you're right. I know what she told me. I can't start doubting myself now. Let's stay focused. We need to talk to Fisher as soon as possible. It's still early. We should keep investigating the other cars until tonight, when he comes back here. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody else who could tell us something about him. Or Alma. Thank you for your time. No problem. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Talking with the train attendant in the observation car jogged Emma's memory. She remembers that the missing woman's name was Alma. We know that Fisher was talking about somebody named Alma. Is it possible he knows something about her? Okay, let's do the storage car and then we can do Veda and Monty, but no, I want to talk to Veda and Monty. Let's see. Let's do storage car. It's fine. Whoa. It's so dreary in here. It's kind of dark in here. Hang on, I think there's another light switch. Alright, that's better. So everybody's luggage is stored here, right? Right. The storage cars are for any luggage that's too big to carry on. It wasn't a problem for us, but it's useful for anyone who needs more space or really large cargo. I'll be honest, UDL, I don't even know where to start. Do you really think she could be in here somewhere? I have no idea, Emma, but it couldn't hurt to look around, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get started. Man, there's so much junk in here. We better make sure we inspect each side thoroughly. Ooh. Ooh. Nothing interesting here. Huh? Did you hear that? I think there's something inside this crate. No way, you don't think. Let's open it. Moment of truth. I'm scared. I don't know. Oh. Froggy. It's a froggy. Hello, froggy. Is that a frog? I believe that's a toad, UDL. Frogs are smoother and slimier. Oh, I'm sorry. My animal enthusiast side is failing. Not what we're looking for, then. No, not exactly. He is kind of cute, though. What on earth could this possibly be? Let's just pull off this cloth. Huh? Is that what I think it is? Why is there a guillotine on this train? Emma, don't do that. What is it? UDL, there's a head in that basket. A head? I think I'm gonna be sick. Wait, I think... Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. This head is just a model. It looks like it came off a dummy or something. In fact, on closer inspection, I'm not even sure this is a real guillotine. The blade is dull. I think this whole thing is just some kind of prop. What kind of person needs a guillotine as a prop? I can think of a few. This looks like a guitar case. Don't you play guitar, UDL? Not really. I mean, I can play a few chords, I guess, but I was never very good. Aw, don't say that. You should play me something. Are you nuts? I'm not going to rummage through someone's belongings just to embarrass myself. Yeah, I guess you're right. I should have known better. Oh, I'm yawning. I still think you're probably better than you're giving yourself credit for, though. What's under this cloth? What is this? It's like the thing that the magicians put, like, your body in. I have no idea. This is unlike any box I've ever seen. Looks about tall enough for a person to fit inside, but for what purpose? Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's me. That's not Emma. Oh? Yeah, let's just say you don't want to be the person who has to step into that box. At least not without the proper training. Oh, other side. Ooh, so much stuff to look at here. Oh, I know who these belong to. 2 sets of golf clubs. I guess these belong to Dennis and Palmer. But didn't they say their clubs were stolen by the Mafia or something? Maybe they bought new sets when they finally got to Vendraka as a souvenir. Looks like a bad Halloween costume. You know, like a sheet ghost. Well, let's see what's underneath. Ooh, cool. A suit of armor. Hello? Is there anybody in there? No, it seems like it's empty. Bummer. I thought maybe she'd be inside. Why? Why would she be in there? Did she say she was a knight of the round table? Oh, I don't know, UDL. Maybe I'm just getting desperate. Whatever this is, it's pretty big. Help me pull off this cloth. Whoa, a cage. Okay, this is a cage? What do you think it's for? Looks big enough to hold a large animal, like a tiger or something. If that's what it's for, then where's the tiger? Unless it escaped? Yes, yes, the tiger is out. That poem that goes like, the tiger has escaped, or whatever, like written by a kid. My memory's so bad, so most of my meme quotations are approximations. Okay, anyway, it escaped. Ah, UDL, over there. What? There's nothing there. Oh my god, Emma. I'm sorry, that was mean. Ah, what is this cage for? Hey, UDL. Do you think there's anything odd about all of the things that were under cloths? Is that a joke? No, I mean, do they have anything in common that you can think of? Anything in common? A weird box, a prop guillotine, suit of armor, and a cage. What kind of person might have a use for all 4 of those things? Let's think. Oh, hello. I'm gonna eat a cookie. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Oh my goodness. That scared me half to death. Jeez. Right? I knew train whistles were loud, but that was completely deafening. I guess it makes sense, though. The storage car is pretty close to the engine. Hey, you two! What are you doing in here? Oh, hello. Huh? What? I think he's a porter, UDL. Both of you, show me your boarding passes now! Man, there's a lot of, very aggressive men in this visual novel. Our boarding passes? Who just carries those around? Mr. Porter, sir? We left our boarding passes in our cabins. We were just here looking for some of our luggage. So you two are legitimate passengers then? I sincerely apologize. It's just, I've been really on edge lately, what with all the stowaways. Stowaways? That's right, stowaways. It's become a real problem lately. I can't tell you how many people we found hiding behind luggage in here, trying to hitch a ride to London. Some of them have even gone as far as to steal or forge tickets. Can you believe that? I mean, gosh, are you really that desperate to go to London? The weather there is awful. And don't get me started on the food. Amen to that, my good sir. Well, actually, okay. Admittedly, I am speaking from the perspective of a Californian who has known nothing but eternal sunshine, like perpetual sunshine. I know there was a rainstorm here very recently. I like London weather. I wouldn't mind staying in London for a few months, maybe half a year, just to experience it, because I am not a fan of Californian weather actually all that much. But also, I just have, like, an insane skin condition, so maybe that's why. Well, anyway, sorry for blowing up at you. Is there anything I can help you with? This guy looks pretty tough. Definitely don't want to get on his bad side. You know, we porters aren't supposed to be security guards. Our job is to load and unload luggage. And yet, because of all the stowaways lately, I have to constantly be on alert. And when I see one, it's whammo, bop, bam. You beat them up? Well, no. I usually just alert the police at our destination and have them apprehended when we arrive. Still, it's such a hassle. Woman has gone missing, you say? Well, if you think she's in here, I'd say that's pretty unlikely. I've been in and out regularly, and I haven't seen anything... Whoa. Sorry. Seen anything unusual. I ate a cookie. My bad. My cookie burp. Yes, I assisted in loading all of the luggage you see here into the storage car. I'm what's called a traveling porter. After loading, it's my job to organize the storage car to ensure smooth unloading at the station. It's quite a physically demanding job, but as you can see, I'm quite up to the task. Ha ha ha. The whistle scare you? Yeah, it comes through pretty loud in here. Frankly, it's loud everywhere on board, so much so that it's hard to hear much else whenever it blows. We often receive complaints about it waking people up in the middle of the night, but it's not just for show, you know? The conductor will blow the whistle for a variety of reasons, all related to safety. Making a wide turn, when the train stops or starts moving, when we approach a station or crossing. Probably seems random, but there's a method to the madness. He has the same expressions as Dennis, which is really funny. Okay, they have different faces, though. I had to double check. I am the variety of face blind that thinks most white men kind of look similar to each other. My bad. I wonder if the porter knows anything about all the weird stuff in here. You want to know more about the luggage in here? You and me both, buddy. I swear, I was terrified I was going to lose my head trying to get that guillotine on board. All I know is that the weirdest stuff in here all belongs to the same guy. Some little fella with a big hat. Monty? You mentioned that some stowaways have fake or stolen tickets, right? That's right. The crafty ones realize it'd be awfully hard to stay hidden on a train for the entire ride, so they come prepared. Usually with some kind of fraudulent ticket. They'll then pretend to be legitimate passengers. Awfully crafty, but not crafty enough. See, I'm always carrying around a list of registered passengers, so it's very easy to cross-reference a suspicious passenger with the list. Of course, that only works if I'm able to identify anybody that's acting suspicious. Which isn't all that often, if I'm being honest. Say, how about this? I'm sure you've met plenty of people on this train, no? If you meet anyone suspicious, tell me their name and I'll cross-check it with my list. Maybe we can catch a criminal in the act. Oh, we have to ask him about Alma. You have any ideas of who to ask him about UDL? I can think of a few people. Nope, nobody named Alma registered here. Kinda surprising, actually. That's a pretty common name around these parts. Damn. Okay, I knew it would be too easy. Yes, I have a Veda and a Monty registered together. Says here they're in a luxury suite. Lucky. I don't have a Daltrey registered, but You're talking about that detective, right? What an ordeal that was. He strolled up to the train yesterday and just walked on board. No ticket or anything. Didn't even tell us who he was. We almost had security throwing him off before he finally showed us his badge. Honestly, what was he expecting? I would have liked to see that. Me too. Dennis and Palmer. Yep, looks like both a Dennis and a Palmer are registered together. Sharing a single cabin, it seems like. That's gotta be rough. Bed in a single is pretty small, but sometimes people do it to save money, which I get. I'm starting to think that there is something going on with those two. More than what meets the eye. Fisher, Fisher, Fisher. Nope. No Fisher here. There's an old man who told one of the train attendants his name was Fisher. You're sure there's nobody with that name registered? I'm completely sure. The list doesn't lie. Do you know where this Fisher is now? No, but we're told he might show up in the observation car tonight. Good to know. Maybe I'll have a little talk with him tonight. Heck, maybe I'll even bring that detective with me. I wonder what Emma thinks about this development. I should ask her once I have nothing left to ask the porter about. Huh? Remember the initials that were on the ring? Yeah, I remember. To my beloved AK. Let's ask the porter if anyone is registered with those initials. He said he has a passenger list, right? Huh, good idea. You're looking for someone with the initials AK? Let me take a look. Yeah, looks like there's a couple. Can you tell us their names? Let's see. Alfred Kirscher, Arnold Kraus, Andrew Kissinger. I think that's it. Those are all male names. Oh, all right. I don't think any of them are who we're looking for, but thanks for checking. UDL? Do you think it's possible the ring belongs to one of them? I don't know. What are you thinking, Emma? Oh, I was just thinking about Fisher. There's just so many strange coincidences about him, you know? He's from Ganbrika, like the murder victim from the hotel. He knows someone with the same name as the missing woman. And to top it all off, he might not even be registered for this train. Just who is he? Well, I guess we'll just have to ask him ourselves when he stops by the observation car tonight. We still have some time to kill. Is there anything we have left to do? I don't think we need to ask the porter about anything else. So, I think the next thing we need to do is try to find Veda and Monty, actually. Let's see if they're here. Oh, hello, Monty. How are you doing? Doesn't look like Veda is here. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Why do you think Monty doesn't speak, UDL? Do you think he took a vow of silence? I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the vow of silence type. It's just odd, isn't it? The bartender said he was a performer. What kind of performer doesn't talk at all? A mime? Well, yes, but like you said, he doesn't strike me as the type. How are you doing, Monty? Have you been enjoying your trip? Nice weather we're having, no? Well, I hope you're having a nice day. What are we doing? Hey, Monty, is Veda out? I wonder where she is. Hey, Monty, do you remember that ring we showed you and your wife yesterday? We seem to have misplaced it. You wouldn't happen to have seen it, have you? What about Veda? Do you think she knows where it might be? How can you tell if a man who doesn't speak is lying? I need to turn on my heater. I'm so cold. Hold on. just for a few minutes. Wait, I know. How about this? Maybe to talk to someone who doesn't speak, you have to communicate silently. Let's try talking to him without saying a word. Maybe he'll open up to us, somehow. Sure. Okay. What does that even mean? I don't know. Alright, just humor her, UDL. What's the worst that could happen? What is it? What is this expression? It's like we're trying to communicate telepathically. I feel like I can hear what he's thinking. Something along the lines of, I wish these stupid people would leave me alone. Yeah, something like that. I don't think that was helpful, UDL. Any more bright ideas? Hey, at least I tried something. You can't fault me for thinking outside the box. I don't hear you coming up with any better ideas. Well, she has me there. Don't we have, like, paper or something? While we're here, maybe we could have a quick look around? You don't think Monty will mind? I mean, what's he gonna do? Tell us to stop? I guess not. But still, let's not go too far. I don't want to invade their privacy. If you say anything interesting, maybe you could try asking him about it. Bartender said Veda and Monty are broke, but if that's true, how on earth can they afford this room? This guy is impossible to read. There has to be a way to get him to open up to us somehow. Maybe it'll be easier without Veda here? It's a goofy hat. Can't imagine he'll have anything to say about this, but... well, he doesn't have much to say about anything, does he? Oops. A deck of playing cards. Maybe Monty's a professional gambler. Well, if he can't tell us anything, maybe he'll at least play a round of Texas Hold'em with us. Texas Hold'em? Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em. I can't talk. Jewelry case. We know have some random playing cards in the bottom drawer. Curious about them, but I don't want Monty to know we looked inside. I wonder if Monty would tell us if anyone else has been in this cabin besides him and Veda. Veda isn't here. Atmosphere around here feels a lot friendlier without her, honestly. That's a nice jewelry case. Must be lots of expensive jewelry in there, huh? I don't think this line of questioning will be useful. Is that your hat, Monty? Oh, cool. Great insight. Thank you. Ooh. That reaction seemed different. Hey, Monty, by any chance, has anyone been in this cabin besides you and Veda? Come on, you can tell us. It can be our little secret, right? Oh, come on, UDL. Don't patronize him. Alright, fine. Monty had a weird reaction when I brought up these cards. Maybe I should show them to him and see what he does? What's this? Do you want me to give you the deck? Sure, here you go. He's shuffling the deck? I think he wants us to pick a card, UDL. His face is so cute. Okay, let's see here. Let's take the Ace of Spades. I picked that one. Oh, I thought it was spades. I think the spades is in the drawer, so it's clubs. Oh, UDL, I know what this is. This is one of those card tricks. We picked a card without him knowing what it was, and now he's shuffling it back into the deck. And somehow, miraculously, he'll be able to find your card again. It'll be funny if he fails. Oh. Wow. Well, what do you know? He got it. That was it. He found it. Wow, that's incredible, Monty. Aww. He's kind of sweet. Oh, Monty. Oh, my aching head. Hello. Aw, his face turned so sad. Monty, this migraine is so painful. I'm seeing spots, but if I'm correct, are those two irksome children lurking in our cabin again? If they are here, could you please make them leave immediately? I simply cannot tolerate any intrusions right now. Oh, my head. I think we should go, UDL. Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for your time, Monty. Ah, yes, the headache routine again. Let's save really quick. Let's go to my cabin. Take a quick break and reassess. Ooh. Look at all these. I'm getting the feeling we've just done just about everything we can except talk to the bartender again. Do you think he might be back in the lounge car now? Oh gosh, look at the time. It's starting to get a little late. Maybe the bartender's back in the lounge car now. Oops. Let's talk about all this. So what do you think, UDL? Are you considering taking up golf now? No, I don't think so. Oh, don't be like that. I know those guys were a little strange, but that shouldn't stop you from having a new experience. I actually kinda like watching golf on TV. Makes me think of my grandpa. He always has it on whenever I visit. He's a pretty good golfer himself. Maybe I'll ask him to give me a lesson. I know I'd be terrible, but it looks kind of fun. And either way, I'd love to see you in a polo and a cute little sweater. Yeah, I bet you would. Women are always saying this about me, that they want to put me in cute little outfits and see me do funny little things, by the way. Just in case you didn't know. The bartender sure is in a playful mood today, isn't he? I wish he'd just tell us what he knows without all the hassle. Although I will admit, all this investigating has been kind of fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it kind of has in a weird way. That said, we still don't really know what's going on here. Hopefully by this evening, we'll have a good guess as to what Monty's old job was. It's so simple. He's a magician. I was gonna say, while we're here, I'm gonna, like, reassess my current impressions of the case, yeah. But, like, if you did not think he was a magician even before the card trick thing, I think, like, you're not paying attention to anything at all. Oh. I suddenly moved my stream overlay. Sorry. Then we can go back to the bartender and find out what he knows. Sure. You know, he was hard to get a read on at first, but I get the sense that Monty is a kind-hearted man, don't you? Yeah, performing that card trick really seemed to cheer him up, but when Veda came back... I shouldn't speculate about others' relationships, but he just seems so timid, and she's so... well, you know. You know. Okay. When we talked to Monty, he did a card trick for us. Very enthusiastically at that. According to the porter, all of the weird stuff in the storage car belonged to someone matching Monty's description. A cage, a suit of armor, a strange human-sized box, and a prop guillotine. I think that's all we know. I have a pretty good guess what his job was. Do you? Yes. We're really getting into conspiracy theory territory now. Do you really think she might be somewhere in storage? I don't know, UDL. I just feel like we've already ruled out all of the sensible possibilities. If she's not there, then, well, where is she? Good point. Whether she's there or not, we might still learn something from looking around. It might end up being a waste of time, but it's worth a shot. I think we asked the porter about pretty much everyone at this point. No need to bother him anymore. Alma. I can't believe I forgot that name. It's so clear to me now. Everything about our meeting happened so fast, I didn't think to ask her until just before we split up. I was so sleepy, I must not have fully committed it to memory. But I remember now, it was Alma. Well, the good news is, that name doesn't rule out the possibility that the ring we found belongs to her. That's right, she could still be AK. Could it really be a coincidence that Fisher was also talking about somebody named Alma? I don't know, but we'll find out tonight, I suppose. Okay. We'll go to the lounge car. I kind of want to see if I can finish this chapter or segment of the game today. Yeah, I think I should be able to. Oh. Oh, hey, it's Martin and Daltrey. Who's that in the booth? Is that Professor Martin and Detective Daltrey? Hi, guys. No, don't stop talking. Oh, hello, you two. How are you both? Hi, Professor. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Yeah, all good. Was that the detective you were just talking to? Oh, yes. He came to see me about an hour ago. He's still investigating the case from the hotel, you know. To think this train may be connected somehow. Frankly, it all seems a bit fantastic to me. My understanding is that he intends to speak with everyone on board, so I invited him to speak with me here over some coffee. How's the investigation going? Did he tell you much about it? No, not all that much, and I'm afraid I wasn't able to be of much help. I only know as much about the incident as the police would tell me that night, after all. If I had to guess, I'd say he doesn't have many leads. It's entirely possible he's been on a wild goose chase this whole time. Still, he is quite determined. He just left to look for more passengers to speak to. I'd say I hope he finds what he's looking for, but, well, I suppose I'd rather he didn't. After all, I'd feel much better if this train didn't have anything to do with a murder. I'd probably feel better with a more competent detective on board, if I'm being honest. Huh? Well, I'll be going back to my cabin now. Is everything all right, Professor? Oh, yes. I felt a tad under the weather these past few days. I do hope I'm not coming down with something. It's nothing to worry about. Don't stay up too late, you two. We won't. Good night, Professor. Good night. All right, UDL. Let's talk to the bartender. I have not been suspecting Professor Martin that much because I felt like it'd be cliche, but now I'm like, this guy's a little bit suspicious, just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Anyway. All right, UDL, let's talk to the bartender. Hello. I'm back. Well, you're back. Have you determined what Monty's former occupation was? Yeah, I think so. Well then, let's hear it. Magician. That is correct. At one time, that man was a very popular and successful magician in Vendrega. At least as far as magicians go. So what happened to him? Okay. Yes, you win, I will tell you. Monty was still performing as recently as a year ago. His act was quite popular as a tourist attraction. Part of his gimmick was that he'd never speak to give himself an air of mystery. His act was mostly standard tricks, impossible escapes, and such. But one night, something terrible happened. While some magic tricks look dangerous, the audience typically assumes there are plenty of safety precautions in place to prevent injury, but while that's largely true, many tricks actually are quite dangerous and require pinpoint timing and skill from the performers. One night, Monty's show was running late, and in his haste to get on stage, he neglected to perform a routine safety procedure. As a result, the poor fool became trapped in a box that was to be crushed by a large weight. He very easily could have died. When he realized he could not escape, he actually shouted for help from inside the box. The assistants pulled the box to safety moments before the weight came crashing down. I suspect help was the first word Monty had uttered in years. Took them an agonizingly long time to pry open the box, with Monty begging for his life the entire time. and the audience watching in horror as it became clear that this was not part of the act. The rest of that night's performance was cancelled, and shortly after, the story became something of a tabloid curiosity. For his trouble, Monty became a laughingstock. And to make matters worse, no venues would book his act any longer, believing it to be too unsafe. Monty hasn't performed ever since, and the public has largely forgotten about him. But I remember. I recognized him the moment I saw him. Oh my, that's so horrible. We saw some of the props from his act in the storage car. What do you think he's trying to do? If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to start fresh, in a country that is unfamiliar with his history. His career may be over in Vendrega, but the baggage from his incident shouldn't follow him all the way to London. I just don't know how he can afford such a move. The man hasn't worked in a year, and, frankly, his wife may live like they're rich, but I don't think Monty was bringing home millions from his act. Their supposedly glamorous lifestyle has likely always been a facade. But, well, I suppose that's none of my business. This is all I am able to tell you. If there's anything else to discover, you'll have to discover it yourself. Thanks, man. What a sad story. I feel so bad for him. Sort of raises more questions than it answers, though, and we still don't know what Veda and Monty have to do with Alma, if anything. Yeah, there's still a piece of the puzzle missing. But at least we're making some progress, right? It's just about nighttime, UDL. Do you think Mr. Fisher might be in the observation car by now? He's the last person who may have seen me and Alma together. And there are just too many coincidences for him not to be connected to all of this somehow. I have a feeling he's hiding something big. Just what could it be? Okay, let me eat a cookie, and then we're gonna get going. Okay, I have eaten my cookie. Actually, this might be a good time for me to go to the bathroom. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Be right back. Alright, hello everyone. Hello. Oh, we might be reaching a big climactic point here. I've been taking a lot more breaks this stream because I'm having a bit of leg pain, and then my headache makes it a bit hard for me to focus, but I'm okay. I just wanted to mention, I tend to just play straight, but I'm like, I should probably like do something about that so that I don't just die. Let's go to the observation car, UDL. We need to confront Mr. Fisher. This is going to be so awesome, or something bad is going to happen. I'm so scared. I am not ready. I am not ready. Oh, they're talking. Oh, I feel so bad ruining this lovely little moment between them. There he is, right on schedule. Alright, here goes nothing. Seems like nobody's here except for Fisher and the attendant. Notes. Ooh, wait. Monty? Bartender told us a bit more about Monty. He used to be a popular magician in Vendraka, but an accident during one of his performances ruined his career. The bartender thinks Monty must be trying to re-establish himself in a new country, but doesn't understand how he can afford the move, considering he hasn't worked in at least a year. Well, his backstory explains why he was so excited when he performed his card trick for us, and why he seems so sad otherwise. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him too. Let's talk to him, UDL. Excuse me, sir? Yes, can I help you? You're Mr. Fisher, correct? How do you know who I am? Oh, these two wanted to talk to you earlier. I think they were looking for something. So this is Fisher. Up close, he seems kind of frail. Do you know anything about a missing lady by the name of Alma? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. I can't help you. Well, this is about what I expected, but it's still annoying. Emma? Not very talkative, huh? He didn't want to talk to Detective Daltrey either. What is he hiding? Let's ask him about Alma. Maybe that will get him talking. What do you know about Alma? What? Huh? How do you know that name? It's the name of the woman we're looking for. Does it ring a bell? I don't know anything. Stop asking me questions. I can't help you. That touched a nerve. Mr. Fisher? Are you okay? He's really nervous. He's obviously hiding something, but... he still won't talk to us. Seems really nervous. Should we tell him that we know he's not registered for this train? I don't know, Emma. Let's press him just a little further. I'm scared that if we push him too far, this guy's gonna commit suicide in front of both of us and then, like, change the trajectory of our lives forever. I know he's hiding something. He must know something about Alma. He just has to. I'm nervous about pushing him too far, but Emma's right. We need to know what he knows. Oh, my paws. My paws are quaking. Stowaways? What do you want? Why are you harassing me? I don't know anything about that or anything else. I have nothing to do with that. Mr. Fisher, it's okay. We're just trying to find out what happened to... You leave her out of this. I know nothing, and I will tell you nothing. Mr. Fisher, calm down. Everything will be okay. Well, Mr. Fisher, we know you're not registered for this train, and so does the porter. He may already be looking for security. Emma. Not registered? Is that true, Mr. Fisher? There's no reason left for you to hide anything from us. Please, we just want to find Alma. I won't go back. You can't make me go back. Oh, no. Please. Okay. I was like, please don't kill yourself. I have a gun. Don't come any closer. I'll... Oh, my God. Stay back. I'm warning all of you. He's got a gun. don't know what to do. I'm so scared I can't even move. Well, for one thing, we can save first. If we don't do something quick, he might... But what should we do? Yeah, it's not happening. What should I do? He looks scared. Does he think we're trying to hurt him? Maybe this is all just a misunderstanding. Maybe I can reason with him. Mr. Fisher, you don't have to do this. We're not trying to get you in trouble. We're just looking for someone. Shut up. You're just trying to trick me. You can't make me go back to Vendraka. You can't. I won't. Why is he so afraid to go back to Vendraka? Be quiet. Go away right now, or I'll... It's no use. He's not listening. Is Emma okay? Mr. Fisher, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean, we're not. Shut up. You can't fool me. I remember you now. You two were talking to that detective. You're with the police. He's going to take me away. He's going to take me back and then I'll... No, I won't let you. What should I do? UDL, I'm scared. Mr. Fisher, we're not with the detective. This is just a misunderstanding. You don't have to do this. I don't have a choice. If I go back to Vendraka, I'll be killed. They'll kill me just like they killed Maxwell. Maxwell, you say? Did he just say Maxwell? Where have I heard that name? Drop the gun! Detective? It's over, Fisher. Drop it. I'm finished. Okay. I was very worried he was gonna do something even more drastic, but at least we're good. We're so back. No bullets. Oh. Mr. Fisher? Mr. Fisher? I searched your cabin and found your boarding pass. This ticket was stolen, was it not? Yes. Just a moment ago, you said if you went back to Vendraka, you'd be killed. Like Maxwell. Did you mean Edison Maxwell? The lawyer? Yes, that's right. Of course, Maxwell was the lawyer who was found dead yesterday morning. The lawyer that Otto Keller, the victim from the hotel, used to work for. I think you better explain yourself. What are you doing on this train? Can you ever forgive me for this? Yes, Mr. Fisher. Of course we forgive you. I need to explain from the beginning. I came to Vendraka 25 years ago with my wife and my young daughter from my home in Ganbrika. Our life in Ganbrika was very challenging, so we came to Vendraka in hopes of making a better life for our daughter. We were led to believe that Vendraka would be our promised land, that our troubles would be over when we finally arrived. But that was a lie. We found that opportunities for Ganbrikan immigrants were few and far between, and we were not welcomed with open arms as we thought we would be. The truth is, we struggled just as much in Vendraka as we did in Ganbrika. It was very hard to make ends meet. And it only got harder when my wife fell ill. I tried my best to be a good father to my daughter, but I know I made many mistakes. When she grew older, she met an Englishman who wanted to take her away to London. She begged me to let her go, but I was afraid of losing her. I said some things I shouldn't have said. It doesn't matter. In the end, she left without saying a word. My life hit rock bottom, and that's when I met him, Maxwell. He introduced himself to me with a proposition. He would pay me a sizable sum if I spied on my employer for him. I had been working as a gardener for a Vendragon senator for a few years. I don't know why, but Maxwell wanted information on him. I couldn't say no. I needed the money. I could barely support myself as it was. Every Sunday night, I would meet Maxwell at his home to tell him what I had found. He would pay me, and I would go. It seemed harmless enough. This went on for a few months until one day I received a letter in the mail. It was from my daughter. I hadn't heard from her in over 2 years. I couldn't believe it. She told me that she had just given birth to a daughter. And she named her after her grandmother. My wife, she named her Alma. Suddenly, I was overcome with guilt. What did I become? Spying on a politician for a crooked lawyer? I hardly recognized myself. How could I face my daughter? How could I face my granddaughter, knowing what I had done? That Sunday, I resolved to tell Maxwell that I couldn't spy for him anymore, but he refused. He threatened me. He said if I stopped, he would use his connections in the government to have me deported. He had me trapped. What could I do? How could I refuse? I had to keep spying for him. But at least now I had a goal. I would save up my money and buy a ticket to London. I would escape. I would find my daughter. I was so close. I only needed a few more payments from Maxwell and I'd be finished. But then, I went to his house 2 nights ago and he was dead. I panicked. I ran as fast as I could. And then it hit me. Somebody must have found out about the spying. They got to Maxwell first, but I must be next. I had to escape, so I came to the station and well, you know what I did. I never thought I'd be found out. When the train left the station, I was sure I was free. I'd soon be in London, reunited with my daughter and her family. Oh, Mr. Fisher. What a story. The senator you were working for, what was his name? It was Senator Gordon. Senator Gordon? Isn't that Professor Martin's old friend? Officer, I'm begging you. Please let me stay in London. Don't make me go back to Vendraca. I just want to see my daughter. I just want to meet my granddaughter. I just want to meet Alma. When we arrive in London, you'll have to come back with me on the first train back to Vendraca. I promise that no harm will come to you when we return home. I understand. Oh, Detective, can't you let him stay? I know he's broken the law, but... It isn't up to me. If the rest of you wouldn't mind, I'd like to speak with him alone for a while. Udiel, let's go. Well, no, I guess not. Fisher's Alma is a different person entirely, so we still don't really know anything about her. It's a common name, though. Fisher had a breakdown when we confronted him with our questions about Alma and threatened us with a gun, though we learned from Daltrey that it wasn't even loaded. He told us his story. He was a Ganbrican immigrant living in Vendraca, trying to make ends meet, but struggling. His wife Alma passed away of an illness. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this because we just saw it. So Mr. Fisher was spying on Senator Gordon for the lawyer who was killed yesterday. Oh, Mr. Fisher, everything will be okay. Back to the cabin. I feel like we should talk to, Professor Martin, but alright. I feel so ashamed of myself. I was so sure he knew something about Alma. I thought if we cornered him, we could get him to talk, but it was just a coincidence. And now he won't get to be reunited with his family. Oh, UDL. It's all my fault. It's all right, Emma. I think we both went a little too far. I feel really bad for Mr. Fisher, but it just seemed like such a good lead. How could I ever apologize for this? I don't know what to say. Let's take a step back. We got a lot of information today. We can worry about Mr. Fisher later. She's still waiting for us to find her, remember? You're right. Just give me a second. Okay, let's review what we learned today. Just like last time. Man, my head is absolutely spinning right now. Hope going over everything that happened today will help clear things up, but I just feel exhausted. The day got off to a bad start. When I woke up, I discovered that the ring we found yesterday was missing. I searched my cabin for over an hour, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I still feel so stupid for losing it. It's okay, Emma. We were still able to investigate without it. Yeah, we still needed to find the other people who might have seen me and Alma together, so we went to the lounge car to look for them. We started with those golfers, Dennis and Palmer. Unfortunately, neither of them remembered a thing about me and Alma. They were too busy arguing about putters or whatever. When we brought it up, though, Dennis proposed a couple of theories to explain what may have happened to Alma. Some of them were a little ridiculous, but, well, what do you think of Dennis's theories, UDL? I can't tell if it's like asking me what I genuinely think. Or if like there's a correct answer here. Okay. So, I don't think all of his theories are ridiculous is the thing. So, but I don't think it's a conspiracy. And I don't think she's in the storage car. Well, that mystery box kind of made me think, but I don't think that they would have a dismembered corpse in this one. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if there were two visual novels that released in 2025 with dismembered corpses. So I kind of don't want to count that as a theory. I also don't know if she's really dead. I feel like she's probably dead. But still. I'm not putting her on the train. Honestly, you're right. They all sounded pretty hard to believe. Because, like, I don't think she would have left the train. And it looks like the observation car is kind of, like, guarded and like, supervised enough that it's not realistic for her to have been thrown overboard. Can you use overboard for a train? I should look that up later. And then, obviously, I don't think she could be in the storage car. I also think that if she was in there, and she was dead, her decomposing body would create a disgusting smell. The porter would notice immediately. And then I don't think it's a conspiracy, because then Dennis and Palmer would be in on it. Maybe this whole thing is ridiculous. Anyway, after we finished talking with them, we ran into Mr. Fisher for the first time. He was trying to get away from Daltrey. It seemed pretty suspicious. Fisher left quickly, and Daltrey went back to his investigation. So around this time, we talked to the bartender. Yep, and that creep made us a deal. If we could correctly guess what Monty's former job was, he'd tell us a bit more about the two of them. Monty and Veda, I mean. Gosh, after everything that happened tonight, I almost completely forgot about those two. We tried talking to them again, too, but that didn't go well. Yeah, only Monty was around at first, and, well, he's a man of few words. There was one thing that seemed to resonate with him, though. Do you remember what seemed to catch Monty's attention? Deck of cards. Yeah, it was that deck of cards. As soon as we showed it to him, he performed a little card trick for us. It was very charming. But then Veda came back and kicked us out. I felt really bad for Monty at the time. He seemed so happy before she came back. Anyway, the card trick was a pretty solid clue about what Monty's former job was. But it was finding all of his things in the storage car that really clinched it. A cage, a weird box, a suit of armor, a guillotine, all props from his act. So one more time, what kind of job did he have, UDL? That's right, Monty used to be a magician. Seems so obvious in hindsight, doesn't it? Once we figured it out, we talked to the bartender, who told us all about Monty's past. Apparently, during one of his shows, he neglected an important safety procedure, and it almost cost him his life. After that, he became a laughingstock, and no venues would book his act anymore. How sad. It's just, if Monty's been out of a job for so long, could the two of them really afford a luxury suite on this train? The bartender seemed to think they must be broke. It doesn't make any sense. They just have to be hiding something. We need to get them to talk to us somehow. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Fisher. We asked the train attendant in the observation car about him. She told us about how excited he was to see his family in London, and that he had mentioned to her something about a woman named Alma. Hearing that name jogged my memory. The woman we've been looking for told me her name was Alma. I'm sure of it. After that, I was certain Fisher must know something about her, but it turned out it was just a coincidence. The Alma that Fisher was talking about isn't the same Alma. Do you remember who it actually was? Exactly. Fisher's daughter recently had a baby, who she named Alma, after the baby's grandmother, Fisher's late wife. Oh, it's just so sad, UDL. How could I be so stupid? It's okay, Emma. We had other reasons to be suspicious of Fisher, remember? Yeah, because of what we learned from the porter in the storage car. When we first talked to the porter, he was a bit agitated. Apparently, they've been dealing with a particular problem on these trains lately. What was that problem, UDL? Dubious tea from the lounge car. Stowaways. Apparently, he's been finding stowaways on the train very often recently. When we told the porter about Mr. Fisher, he confirmed that nobody with that name was registered for this train, so it seemed pretty likely that Mr. Fisher was actually a stowaway. At that point, all that was left to do was talk to him ourselves. Yeah. Mr. Fisher panicked when we confronted him. He pulled a gun, but Daltrey appeared in the nick of time to de-escalate the situation, and it turned out the gun wasn't loaded anyway. He was just really scared. He was working as a spy for Maxwell, the lawyer whose death Daltrey is investigating. He even discovered Maxwell's body last night, which made him think that someone found out about the spying. And that he may be killed too, so he stole a train ticket in order to escape. He also told us all about the circumstances that led him to this point. I can't believe everything Fisher has been through. I didn't know conditions for Genbrican immigrants were so bad. I didn't get that impression from Martin at all. You remember, right? Last night, Martin told us that Vendreka had been working to open its borders to Genbrican refugees, but he didn't tell us they were still struggling. Yeah, but that isn't the only thing that's bothering me. It's who Fisher was involved with. You caught it too, right? The person that Maxwell was having Mr. Fisher spy on? Oh, Gordon. Can I use my keyboard? Oh, I can't. Yeah, it was Senator Gordon, Professor Martin's old friend. After that, Daltrey told Mr. Fisher that he couldn't stay in London, and that they'd both be going back to Venzreka. I guess that means he'll be arrested. Yeah, that was the most serious I've ever seen Daltrey. It was a little eerie. Well, I think that's everything. This sucks. This made me sad. UDL, what's going on? I don't know. We only have one day left until we reach London. We found out so much, but still no sign of Alma. What should we do? It's been a long day. I think we should get some sleep, but tomorrow we need to find Mr. Fisher again. We still have a very important question to ask him. Oh, yeah. With everything that's been going on, I almost forgot why we were looking for him in the first place. He's the only person left who might remember seeing me and Alma together in the lounge car. We still need to find out what Veda and Monty are hiding too. It'll be okay, Emma. We can still get to the bottom of this. I think I'm going to go to bed now, UDL. I want to be alone for a bit, if that's okay. It's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Oh, Emma. God, I've never seen her like this. I have such a sick feeling in my stomach. Just, what is going on here? I think I'm a little scared to find out. Chapter 4. It's funny how I said I was gonna stop after this, but I kind of want to play a few more minutes, so I think I will see what happens and then find a good stopping point that is later than this. What time is it? Wow, it's really pouring out there. Is that rain or is that snow? Oh, it's rain. Contrary to his appearance, Daltrey actually knows what he's doing. It's after 10 a.m. Emma's late again. Pretty unlike her to let me sleep in. I figured she'd want to start investigating right away, although maybe she's not really in the mood after what happened last night. I get it. I know where she is. There's only one person Emma would trust enough for advice when she's feeling down, and that's Martin. I bet I'll find her if I go to his cabin. I do want to talk to Professor Martin again, so thank you. Aww. Oh, hello, UDL. Good morning. Oh, hi, UDL. Hey, guys. I thought I might find you here. Here, Emma. I was surprised you didn't wake me up hours ago. Oh, yeah. Have a seat, UDL. Emma and I were just having a conversation. You two have had quite the adventure these past few days, I've gathered, and I've suspiciously been absent from all of it. Surely that doesn't mean anything. Oh, I guess Emma told him what's been going on. My, where to begin? Emma told me the two of you have been looking for a woman named Alma, who evidently went missing on the day of our departure. She told me all about your investigation, the many places you've explored, the people you've spoken to, and she told me about the incident last night to her gentleman. What a frightening ordeal. I'm so glad the two of you are safe. Makes sense to me now. That ring you showed me yesterday, you believe it may belong to this Alma. I wish the two of you would have confided in me earlier. Perhaps I could have helped somehow. I'm sorry, Professor. I already felt terrible about making this UDL's problem. I didn't want to make it yours, too. Ah, but that's what I'm here for, isn't it? It's my job to help, not just with your studies, but with anything you may need. So, what do you make of all this, Professor? I must confess, it's a lot to process. I'm not quite sure what to think. All of this on top of that detective investigating some very serious crimes. There is certainly something unusual happening here, but I feel it would be best for all of us to remain level-headed. There must be an explanation, and I am certain, in time, it will become clear to all of us. Professor, there was something Fisher said last night I wanted to ask you about. I told you that Fisher was being forced to spy on a Vendraken politician by a lawyer named Maxwell. The man he was spying on was his employer. He said it was Senator Gordon. Senator Gordon? Isn't that the name of your friend? The one who invited you to Vendraka for this trip? Yes, that's right. Well, the idea that Fisher knew Gordon doesn't necessarily surprise me. As I told you the other night, Senator Gordon works extensively with Gendrican refugees. If Fisher is Gendrican, it makes sense that he and Gordon may have crossed paths. However... Oops. There we go. The idea that this Fisher gentleman was spying on Gordon... That is alarming. I can't imagine why someone would want to spy on Gordon. However, The thought that this Maxwell character was using a downtrodden man like Fisher for such a thing. It's just unconscionable. Listen to me, you two. I know that I can't Oh, what is happening to me? I know that I can't stop you from doing what you want to do, but please, be careful. It would give me tremendous peace of mind to know that you two weren't involving yourselves in something potentially dangerous. I just ask that you be sensible. I don't think I could bear it if anything happened to you. We understand, Professor. Thank you for joining me for breakfast, Emma, and thank you for staying to chat, UDL. I know that things may seem uncertain right now, but I do believe we are in good hands with that detective on board. I'm sure everything will be sorted out before we arrive in London tonight. Until then, well, just stay cautious. I will see you both tonight when we disembark. Don't forget to begin packing your things. We'll be arriving before you know it. We will, Professor. Hey, UDL, can we go back to your cabin for a bit? Sure. I'll see you both tonight. Emma still seems a bit shaken up. Not surprised you went to Martin for some reassurance. I hope it was helpful. Man, what is this? Am I feeling jealous? Okay, straight people. I hope she says, like, I'm suspicious of Professor Martin. That'll be funny. Hey, UDL? Are you alright, Emma? I just wanted to apologize. I'm sorry I went to talk to Martin without you. It's just, after last night I felt so guilty for what I did to Mr. Fisher. It made me start questioning everything I've been doing. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want you to see me like that. You know, when I first realized Alma was missing, I thought about going to Martin for help right away, but these past few years I've depended on him so much. Whatever problems I've had with school, stress, work, anything really, he's always been there for me when I needed advice. So this time I thought I'd find another way. I wouldn't make it his burden. I wouldn't ruin his trip with my problems. I really thought I could get through this without him, but, well, I guess I couldn't. It's okay, Emma. There's nothing wrong with asking someone for help, especially after everything you've been through. If it makes you feel any better, I'm glad you asked me. Thanks, UDL. So, where do we go from here? Martin was very polite, but I can tell he's skeptical. I don't think he really believes me. And I don't know. Maybe he's right. After everything that's happened, I can't help but feel like we might be in over our heads a little bit. Maybe we should just leave everything for Detective Daltrey to sort out. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, UDL? What should we do? Continue the investigation, obviously. I know Martin wants us to stay safe, but I feel like we've come too far to call it quits now. We still have a lead to chase, remember? Yeah, I know. Mr. Fisher. We still need to ask him if he remembers seeing me with Alma the other day. If nothing else, I think we should at least see what he has to say, don't you? Okay. You're probably right. I guess it couldn't hurt to check with him, just to be sure. At this point, I'd be surprised if he remembered seeing Alma, but if nothing else, I'd love to apologize to him for last night. How about we ask the observation car attendant if she knows what happened to him after last night? Any excuse to see her again, huh? Oh, give me a break. It's okay, UDL. I'm just teasing you. I think that's a great idea. Just let me know when you're ready. Perfect stopping point. Alright. Alright. Ah, that was good. Oh, man. No viewers today, but I still had fun streaming. For all the people watching the VODs, I hope everyone had fun. I'm really enjoying this game. I want to write a review about it at some point. I'm honestly thinking what I want to do. I want to, like, write game reviews on my blog, and then I can have, like, a audio version of it that I post as a YouTube thing. But I don't know who would be interested in that. Oh well. I guess the point is I'd be interested in doing that, so that's all that matters to me. Haha. This game's soundtrack is so good. I need to see how much it is online. They had got a really good score or soundtrack for this game. Ooh, it's on Bandcamp. $8.99? Not bad, not bad. At some point, I need to buy this and the Hollow Knight Silksong track, honestly. The album. Because I would like to add more to my BGM list. Currently, it's just the Hollow Knight Piano Collection stuff, but I want to add more. So, anyway, I hope everyone watching this, if you watch this as an archive, I hope you have a good night, or a good morning, or whatever you're doing. Thank you for listening in to me playing this game. And I hope my commentary was not too obnoxious. But I really quite like this game, and I've been having some thoughts about the story so far. I hope that they don't cram everything into the last day too much, because it feels like a lot of the build-up so far has been feeling a little bit extraneous, but I have a feeling that a lot of this is going to tie back into the overarching kind of plot element of the political divide between Gunbrika and Vendraka, and probably like the way it has affected class in the story. It's just I am having a hard time figuring out where Veda and Monty fit into the equation. I do think Professor Martin knows more about the situation than he's letting on, but maybe I'm just being suspicious and he's actually innocent. But hey, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, have a good night, have a good day, good luck on anything that you're working on, and I hope that you tune in for another stream or another archive sometime. Goodbye, everyone!